John Beltran, Dave Urich back from Bead Digger Stadium where Holy Family leads Brush 3-0 as we go to the second quarter. The Bead Diggers have come out and they played excellent defense after an early turnover. However, the offense now faces a second down and 22 at the Holy Family 49. Two receivers out to the right. It's a naked backfield. One to the left. Man in motion to the right is Morrow. Play action, looking to throw, and he's sacked. Garcia sacked back at the 46-yard line. A barrage of Tigers came in on the play, and quite frankly, Garcia really had no chance to get rid of that, and Matthew McLean was in on that play, the 6'2", 215-pound junior defensive lineman. It'll be third down and forever at this point.
Yeah, they came running right up the middle. There wasn't, there was some pressure on the outside, but those TNTs right there in the middle, they just came forward, and one of them hit Garcia down low. It looked like one of those tackles where you catch them below the knee and they kind of just fold over forward because there's just no way they're going to get away from it.
Yeah, it's back at the 46-yard line of the Bead Diggers. So essentially, it's a 3rd and 27. Just gaining some yardage, and there we go. Inside of 5 seconds on the play clock, and it's going to be a delay of game against the Bead Diggers. That'll take it back to the 41-yard line, and Randy Dreitz is not happy about that. So 2 penalties on this drive for 18 yards. The Bead Diggers had gotten down to the 10-yard line, but that was called back after Eric Garcia's 26-yard run because of a 13-yard holding penalty. Dave, at this point, you're at the 41. It's a 3rd and 32. You might as well run the ball.
Yep,
or a short pass.
Yeah, or maybe you throw it long because it'd be a punt anyway if they intercepted it.
48 seconds into the second quarter. Holy Family leads 3-0 on 3rd and 32 for the Bead Digger 41, and that time there was movement on both sides. Well, the right side of the Holy Family line moved, but so did C.J. Kukas, the outside receiver for the Bead Diggers. Let's see who's going to get the flag called on them. I mean, even with all these penalties, the Bead Diggers are still in pretty good field position, and this will be offsides against Holy Family. And that's a smart play by Kukas. He reacted to the Holy Family player moving first. And that gives the referee the indication that, hey, I've got to call this penalty because I was drawn off.
Yeah, and it's a good thing that penalty went that way. It's one of those things for Brush is they're going to have to be able to go on 2. The way those TNTs are going forward, they can't get in the habit of being able to time it every time Brush goes on 1. So those extended and hard counts are something that could be their best friend if they could all stay on their own side.
Okay, back to 3rd and 27. The Bead Diggers with a football at their own 46-yard line. The mark to make is the 28, and there's the give right up the middle to Connor Weiser. Breaks a tackle inside the 50 to around the 49. He picks up 5. Before the tackle was made over there by Morgan Dorr. It'll be 4th and 22, but that's a positive play for the Bead Diggers and a good drive. They ran 10 plays.
You betcha. They controlled the ball, and they just kind of caught themselves with a couple of little penalties there that hurt them. Remember, the penalty that really set them back was after Garcia ran about 25 yards with the football and would have put Brush inside the 10-yard line if there wouldn't have been a hold clear away from the play.
C.J. Kukas to punt at his own 37, 2 back for Holy Family. High fluttering punt. It'll be fielded at around the 12-yard line, breaking a tackle, and then not breaking a second tackle and being taken down was Brian Murphy. And gets to around the 18. Tanner Morrow made the tackle, so about a 6-yard return, but there is a flag down. It looks like Holy Family is going to go backwards.
Morrow, he hit him the first time, and I think Morrow might have been held a little bit on that play if that's what the penalty is. But at any rate, Morrow hit him the first time and he missed him, but he was so quick he just shot back in like on a double leg and from behind and caught him again. So just a real good open field play there by Tanner.
So now the football is going to be placed back all the way to around the 6-yard line. That's where Holy Family will have the football with 10:27 to go in the second. Trailing are the Bead Diggers 3-0, committed to serving those in production ag. Premier Farm Credit is the gold standard in ag lending. Boy, be aware of the big play here because Holy Family with Duncan Yost and Jonathan Gary and that passing game can pull it off, but the Bead Diggers have been very solid against the run. That's why the pass is perhaps more critical. 1st and 10, Holy Family from their own 6-yard line, and Summers back to throw, looking right. That pass over the middle is incomplete. Off the hands of the intended receiver. Well defended on the play. Looked like Jeremiah Haynes was the intended receiver, the 6'1", 170-pound senior, but the Bead Diggers there to make the play.
Tell you what, Summers has got one whale of an arm. He threw that thing on a line, and it was a good pass. It was just a little bit high. Kukas did a good job coming up behind the receiver and kind of pushed him in the back right when the ball got there, and I know that's one of the reasons the kid couldn't come down with the reception.
They've got two receivers to the right. Yost and Gary in the backfield. Wouldn't be surprised if there was a handoff on 2nd and 10. There it is to Gary, running right, a big hole across the right side. He's into the clear down the left sideline at the 20, at the 30-yard line. Melendez to beat along the sideline at the 40, and he sprints by Melendez at the 20, down to the 10, the 5, and it's a touchdown for Jonathan Gary. He goes 94 yards, and Holy Family leads 9-0.
You know, he just ran that off tackle on the right side, and like you said, so many times teams will come up with trips on one side and twins on the other and all these fancy formations, but really all they do is run the football. That's exactly what they did. And Brush had a couple of kids leave their feet up there close to the line of scrimmage trying to make that tackle. And Gary showed so much speed, he just ran away from everybody. Even Melendez had a good angle, but he just still ran away from him.
And to attempt the extra point is Jonathan Gary. This guy can do everything. He's already over 100 yards just with that run. Snap is down. The kick is up. It's a fluttering line drive, and it is off to the left. 10:05 to go in the second quarter. Holy Family 9, Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.